I kind of thought I was done doing a video, but one more crept up on me as I was setting my videos up to processing for the next day and all that stuff. Just a few minutes later, this is talked a little bit about this the other day. You know, when we talked about the $15 an hour wages for McDonald's and fast food, and they're getting rid of the cashiers, putting in, you know, self ordering, you know, kiosks for the consumer. And then they got a few people in the back making $15 an hour, but everyone else gets fired. That's not really good, is it? So I saw this article at Zero Hedge. Factories may be coming back to the U.S. Great. But the jobs aren't. Says McKinsey. Trump effectively owes his election to the promise of bringing factories and manufacturing jobs back to the U.S. His relentless targeted attacks against the big three U.S. auto manufacturers for outsourcing jobs to Mexico was undoubtedly a key reason that he was able to shock the world and win Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, an accomplishment which has eluded Republicans since Ronald Reagan. Unfortunately, while factories may once again be making a comeback in the U.S., after chasing low wages all around the globe for decades, they're unlikely to bring the jobs with them. As a new study from McKinsey highlights, if a new factory opens up in the United States, you can bet it's only because most of the jobs that used to be performed by humans have since been automated. And per Bloomberg, American manufacturing could be poised to rebound as technological disruption shakes up global production chains, but that will offer little relief to displaced factory workers, according to new research by the McKinsey Global Institute. Now McKinsey sees conditions changing in a way that could favor U.S. producers. Automation is weakening the case for labor arbitrage as wages rise in emerging market economies, and developing market residents are coalescing into a new consumer class, among other factors. While the U.S. could seize on those manufacturing growth opportunities, especially if the government and companies invest to make production more competitive, there are catches. Importantly, production might bounce back without bringing a lot of jobs in tow. Even if we rebuild factories here and you build plants here, they're just not going to employ thousands of people. That just doesn't happen, said report co-author and McKinsey Global Institute Director James Manieka. Find a factory anywhere in the world built in the last 5 years. Not many people actually work there. Not surprisingly, the biggest beneficiary of the decimation of the America's manufacturing base has been China, which also means they have the most to lose as the jobs get automated. And as you've already heard recently, now China is shipping their jobs, big manufacturing, you know, like they used to have the sweatshops. Now they've got, you know, those people moved up in the world, apparently, in society. And now they're subbing them out to India. And what was the other one someone sent me? They said, oh, they're doing it. They're sending them to like Vietnam or something too. So now, like I said, when China, which has the world's most horrible sweatshops in the world, cheapest labor ever, is subbing out their stuff to other countries, boy, you know it's about to get bad. The value-added rankings. The U.S. has been eclipsed by China in terms of manufacturing gross value added. Looking at the likelihood of automation by industry, McKinsey finds that factory employment ranks near the top of the list, behind accommodation and food services, and just ahead of agriculture. Investment in retraining could help employees who are displaced, Manieka said, but it won't happen overnight. Quote, it's a bit of a heavy lift in the skilling, the investment in the right places, the right skills. It's not going to happen by itself. So it says the robots are coming. These are the industries that are most susceptible to automation, McKinsey says. And it's like almost everything. Shockingly, real estate, arts, entertainment, and recreation, finance and insurance, wholesale trade, utilities, construction, other services, mining, retail trade, agriculture, transportation and warehousing, manufacturing, accommodation and food services, like, you know, McDonald's, of course. My goodness. And that's one of the big ones on their list. Of course, this would not be the first time that economists had prematurely predicted the demise of labor markets due to technological advances. We are being afflicted with a new disease of which some readers may not have heard the name, but of which they will hear a great deal in the years to come, namely technological unemployment. And that was from Mr. Keynes himself, 1930. Labor will become less and less important. More and more workers will be replaced by machines. I do not see that new industries can employ everybody who wants a job. A man by the name of Leontief, 1952. So yeah, once again, if it's not, illegals coming into your town or country and taking your jobs, now the illegals have something to worry about. The robots and the automation taking their jobs. I mean, with all these people on the planet, what the hell do they think they're going to be able to do? And I'll tell you the solution, what they're going to do. You've already heard it, talked about it a few times. What was that term they used? What are they calling it? Universal basic income. Everybody should have a universal basic income. $2,000 a month or something. Well, that sounds good. I mean, who would say no? Especially people working paycheck to paycheck. Would you say no? Everybody gets it, no matter how much or how little you make. Oh, yeah, great, right? Oh, it'll help me pay my rent. And oh, yeah, life would be fantastic. Until everything else out there adjusts to the newfound money everyone's getting. Your rent's going to skyrocket even higher. Your cars, brand new cars, which have already skyrocketed, pickup truck for $28,000 is now going for $50,000 today, just 8 years ago. So those will go even higher. Your $50,000 truck will become a $75,000 truck. And so on and so forth, because you got the new universal basic income. The only way that's going to work is if massive socialistic types of governing takes place, in which one of the biggest things that socialists do are price controls. You start setting price controls on everything, at least the main stuff, the main important things, then maybe that $2,000 a month universal basic income might help. But on the stuff you don't set the price controls on, you could be rest assured they're going to go up. When extra money comes into play for everybody, prices of everything automatically are going to go up. So even the universal basic income system, I wish these people, these who are trying it, there's current countries trialing this, not with the whole population, but thousands of people. I'm sure they're enjoying it because they don't get to see those high prices right now. They get the, $2,000 bonus every month for doing nothing. But if that goes into play for everybody across the planet, again, prices will just equalize everything out. Now we're getting $2,000 a month each, and we still can't afford to live in our house, still can't afford a mortgage, still can't afford rent. Your $1,600 a month mortgage turns into, $3,000 a month, just like that, and higher. So again, all these people, not enough jobs, and they lie the worst. That's how you know when you're being lied to the most. When unemployment numbers and the crap they feed us are the best they've ever been, 4.3%, you know it's bad because they have to lie to you just, even worse to make you believe that everything's fine, and it's going to even get better while we take more of your jobs away and automate it. Don't worry, it's getting better. Look at the unemployment says so. Look at the percentage, 4.3%. We're not lying. We're telling the truth. Right. Take care.